Hey y'all, it's that time again. It's Math with Mrs. Peters, the crazy cat lady of Highland High School. And today's topic is going to be showing that two functions are inverses. Now, what that means is that we are going to use function composition, and we're going to look at two functions, and we're going to see whether or not when they get nestled together, if they equal x, and if I reverse the order, that they still equal x. And this is not x squared or x cubed or 2x or whatever. It just has to finally come out to be the letter x. So here's three functions, and we're going to determine if h of x and h of x and k of x are inverses. So part one, we're going to look at and see if h of k of x equals x. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my function composition. I am going to perform my distributive property, and when I multiply 1/3 times x over 3, I get 1x over 9, and then 1/3 times 2/3 is 2 over 9, and then I bring down the 3 over 2. Then I'm going to combine like terms, and using my calculator, I get that 2 over 9 plus 3 over 2 is 23 over 18. Now I want you to notice there is in nowhere, okay, this does not equal x. So that means that doing all this work means it didn't pass part one, did not pass the little test. So that means h of x and k of x are not inverses. So let's determine if m of x and h of x are inverses. So we've got to do part one, okay, which means I'm going to look at m of k of x. I'm going to write my little composition out. I'm going to distribute that 3. So I get 3x over 3 minus 6x over 3 plus 2. Then I am going to add my like terms. And when I simplify 3x over 3, I get x. And when I simplify 6 over 3, I get 2. And this 2 here comes on down. So when I simplify and combine like terms, I get just plain old x. So I've passed part 1. Now I got to check for part 2. And remember, part 2 is looking at the composition the other way around. So in this case, we're going to look at k of m of x. So I write it out with my composition going on. And y'all are going to look at this and go, oh God, Mrs. Peters, I don't know how to do this. Look, they have common denominators. So that means I can write all the numerator over the common denominator. Now, when I do that, I can remove parentheses. So I get 3x plus 2 minus 2 all over 3. Well, 2x or 2 minus 2 just gives me 3x over 3. And when I simplify that, I get x. So this passes part 2. That means we have achieved inverses. Now, I want you to work a couple of problems that we have on your worksheet and see where we go from there. If you have any questions, feel free to write them down and come to class, and have a good evening. Talk to you then. Bye.